Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be showing you how to configure your jumper T8SG Plus to fly helicopters. The meat and potatoes of this video is actually a clip from a different video I did a while back, the unboxing and review of the Blast XK K110. Before we go into me showing you that clip from the previous video, let me show you the helicopter I'm using right now, and let me show you that this technique actually works. And I'll add in a little bit more context to that previous video. Here is a closer look of my helicopter. This is my gyro and my receiver is at the bottom because I can't figure out how to put it in here and still have my wires plugged up. So double-sided tape it to the underside of the helicopter. My channels, well, I'll put them up on the screen, what my channels are and where they go. See, can we focus on this? Can we focus? Can we focus, please? Okay, so that's somewhat focused. I'll put on screen what these channels are and where they go. Alright, let me demonstrate the helicopter working. So my transmitter is already on. It has been set to the ALZRC X380 level. And let's plug this in. Alright, so we have collective pitch. Let's zoom in on that, turn up the ISO so you can see. Collective pitch, everything is moving. Rudder, well, let me move the helicopter, bring it closer. Rudder is working. And for aileron and elevator, we have movement. Let me zoom out. Not only do we have movement, collective and otherwise, but we have movement while we also have power. So I'm going to turn on the motors and I'll show you that everything also does move. Well, everything still moves. So let's zoom in on the head. It's still a bit scary even with the propellers off. So I have collective, elevator, still have all of that while the helicopter is going. And then let's bring it closer, show you that also works with the rudder. Alright, so let's show you how I got here. Okay, first of all, this is my simulator dongle. So let's go over model menu, model setup, load, and we go to the K10. Okay, and to actually, this was all I did. Chose heli, and then that is how we got the throttle, but no pitch. To get throttle and the collective pitch, I went over to load, template, and then I chose 6-channel helicopter. This would give you the basics on how to actually control the helicopter. After that I go into mixer, and then we make sure aileron is set to cyclic 1, elevator is set to cyclic 2. I was having issues where the stick inputs for elevator and ailerons were confused with each other. So make sure aileron is set to cyclic 1, elevator set to cyclic 2. We go down. To this one. This is cyclic CO. Cyclic and throttle. So we click enter. So the x-axis here represents your throttle and the y-axis represents the pitch, and this line represents where where your pitch will be in relation to your throttle. So right now at high rate 0 we have up to here, then we start to get positive pitch on the helicopter. This is what I am going to be using. Let's go through other options. We can go to high rate negative. Well, I don't know what this is about. This, you will start off at negative pitch, and as your throttle increases, your pitch decreases. I am not sure what that is useful for. Absval is fun. You start off at maximum pitch, and as you increase throttle, your pitch decreases to 0, and then it increases again. This is pretty cool for beginners, except for when you're flying and you are standing over your helicopter, and if your helicopter is doing something crazy, your instinct would be pull the throttle down. But if you pull the throttle down, you see your pitch increases. The helicopter does not, the main rotors don't stop as soon as you pull, you close the throttle. So as you're pulling down to close the throttle, the pitch increases and the helicopter will fly up into your face. Ask me how I know. Expo 30. This, you start off at negative pitch. I would not recommend this at all. Maybe unless you're a pro and you know what you're doing, but then again, maybe not. Because after mid-stick, you are at half throttle, 0 pitch. If let's say you're getting into trouble and you just want to slam the sticks back down, you're actually giving it negative pitch, so you will literally slam the helicopter into the ground. Dead band. I'm guessing this is full throttle, and then the pitch goes to neutral, and then the pitch starts back up again. I don't get that. 3 point, I guess you can make a custom 3-point setting. 5 point, again, make your own custom. 7 point, make your own custom. 9, 11, 13, make your own custom settings. Make your own custom pitch curve. We started here. This is what I'm going to be using. Let's go to 0 max. So from here, neutral pitch, and then boom, full pitch. Don't recommend this. Min max, also don't recommend this. Fixed, I tried fixed pitch. This fixed pitch is actually fine. Maybe I would not give it like full up for pitch, but in this mode you're basically flying this like a toy grade helicopter, because your pitch will be full deflection and you will just be controlling the throttle. 1-to-1, don't recommend this, because if you're in trouble and you want to like cut the throttle, you would literally slam your aircraft into the ground. And that's it for the throttle curves, the throttle and pitch curves. So when you're setting up your helicopter, maybe with this radio, maybe not, fixed or 0, less than 0. Hit save, and now let's go outside and do a flight. So I have number 1, aileron, cyclic 1, elevator, cyclic 2. You can change this by clicking this enter button here and cycling 1, 2, press down to save. Press down on this button here to save. This is if it is reversed. How do you know if it's reversed? in your software when you're configuring your gyro, because one, you have to configure the gyro or else nothing would work. Nothing would work if you don't configure your gyro. So configure your gyro and then see what's up. Oops, zoom out. And after you configure your gyro, if your elevator servo does not move, or if the wrong servo moves, you can change it either here, you can change it on your transmitter, or you can change where it is plugged in on your gyro, so you don't have to change anything on your transmitter. Throttle, I would suggest you change your throttle because as I showed you before, as the previous clip has showed you before, when you go to side here, templates, how your throttle curves are set up, you may not like it how it is. I do not like it how it is, and I will want to change it soon. You get 4 mixers. This is what your throttle does. Pop, pop, pop at the bottom here. I don't like it how it is, and I will change it eventually. So would suggest you go in and change it here. Also configure a throttle hold switch, and in here you do your idle up. What you want your idle up to look like. I would guess this would be my idle up. I don't know what this is about, but I'll find out soon enough. Now to get your collective pitch to work, put it into your channel 5, or whichever channel you have going to your mini key bar. So your RXB, wherever your RXB is plugged into on your receiver, you put that as your cyclic 3. And I have mine reversed, because when I was down, the things were going up. It was reversed. Well, at least I hope it was reversed. I don't want to put the main rotors back on and everything is all cattywampus. If you want to configure your idle ups, you go into your CYCO and ensure this is configured to your throttle. And here is where your pitch curves come in. Whether you want your throttle, your pitch to be exactly, if you want your pitch to be linear, if you want it, well, I guess here your pitch is always up, and you basically fly your helicopter like a toy here, where the pitch is fixed and your throttle, you just control your throttle. 3-point, you can set how many points you want. Basically set some points on the curve. Abs valve, well, I explained that before. I explained all of this before. Yeah. Alright, and that is how you configure your jumper T8SG Plus to fly helicopters. If there was anything not clear, leave your questions in the comments down below, and also check out my website where I'll be doing a more thorough write-up, because that previous clip was from years and years ago, and well, I think I'm more thorough when I actually have a script and I write down everything. So check out my website for the thorough write-up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can see me actually made in this helicopter, and subscribe because I have a very special build coming up very soon. If you all have been in the RC aircraft niche a decade ago, 13 years ago, you would know there's one particular YouTube channel that stands out, and I have recreated an aircraft from this particular YouTube channel, and I'm proud of it, and I want to share this with you guys. So be sure to subscribe so you can see this project when I release it. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Bye.